What else you got on your agenda?
Housing.
Housing.
I thought the Airbnb ad was kind of funny because Airbnb is what a lot of people are pointing their fingers at for making the situation even worse for employees to find housing around here. And we're right next to the lift department. Those, you know, there's people who travel from Madison to work in the lift department. They get up at 4:30 in the morning. And in Carrabassett Valley, there's nothing affordable for anybody who works in any of the schlep jobs on the mountain. And yet there's a lot of those positions which I think the mountain would wish their people were closer nearby so they were handier to the situations that you need in certain times up there. Employee housing is something they've talked about for years, just like so many other things around here. Nobody wants to put the foot forward because you can't make the big money, especially when there's so much real estate that you can make big money off of around here. Is there ever going to be employee housing in Carrabassett, or do we need to be talking with people in Stratton or Kingfield, or is it a moot point?
Other than the last one, all those are on the table. I mean, it's not a moot point. That's one good thing about this town. It's so progressive, and we have people that just want to volunteer, work, and do things. And we've already had a meeting with all the concerned areas. You know, CVA, it's a concern for their teachers. The mountain, it's a huge concern. It's a concern for every restaurant, every business in the area. And it's not unique to Carrabassett. It's unique to every big resort yeah, exactly. Aspen Vale. Yeah. You know, at Vale, I was out there a year or two ago, and they built a trailer park about 10 miles from Vale, you know, and I don't see that happening here. I guess my point is, yes, we have had a meeting with the interested groups. The mountain has said that there is land that might be available. We have our code enforcement officer, Chris, designating lands that would fall within the jurisdiction that we could do a higher density housing, which is the only way employee housing would probably work, not standalone and not a high-rise apartment building, but mainly like the clusters we have now, 6, 8 building clusters. So yes, we're looking at it. Is it tomorrow? No. But I think,
who's going to pay for it? That's my
well,
question.
and that's always a question. But you see, that's where this symbiotic relationship between the businesses and the town works so good here, because we're a government. We can apply for government money that wouldn't be available to a private for-profit entity. And that's what we've done in the past. A lot of our bike trails were all through grants that the town secured through the bike company or through the town, both ways. And that's what we're looking at. You know, I don't claim to say it's around the corner, but I think it's definitely, it was more evident this year than ever. But to go back to your B&B comment, I just wanted to comment on it, and I didn't tell you more that I knew. That B&B request that came through to us was the Conservatory of the United States. It came through a land conservator, the Land for Public Trust, who we worked in. The town gave up 1,000 acres of land on Crocker Mountain to put that land into conservation.
The state gave it up.
Yeah, okay, the state gave it up, but the land gave up, the town gave up, or the town, in other words, said, yes, we will take away the tax money, because we did get tax money, so we took away the tax money and put it into conservation, which is wonderful. We just did that with the Jones lot down south. We put that land into conservation. So I think the town is being very responsible. And to go back to that initial question, it wasn't Airbnb coming to us and say, hey, can we put a billboard up in the town? That's why I took exception to it, because I want everyone to understand that this was a group that Airbnb wanted to advertise in their newsletters, and we felt we needed to put that before the town, or first the Land for Public Trust thought that they should ask us, which we thought was nice, and we thought we should ask the town to make sure they understood that this was not anything between the town and Airbnb. This was basically a conservation group that wanted the exposure of having people come up here and recreate.
So we're not going to see Carrabassett at any big television campaigns or anything like that?
No.
Okay. I was waiting for the cameraman to show.
Well, there goes your income.
Darn it.